honor all our local FFA students during National FFA Week.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream co-sponsored by Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark at People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. It's FFA week. I have Meridian High School FFA in the studio, including Sentinel Emma Pistorius, President Kayla Moreland, and Vice President Cole Rappy. Rappay?
Rappay.
Thank you. I say Rappy. Rappay. All right, so I'm going to start off to the left. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hi, I'm Emma Pistorius. I'm the Sentinel of Meridian Macon FFA chapter, and so my job is kind of just taking care of the meeting room. I bring in the speakers, and I, plan the meals and plan the activities that we're going to do for our meetings.
What year in school are you?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. Okay, and in the middle here we have.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kayla Moreland. I'm a junior at Meridian High School, and I am serving as our chapter president. As president, I just lead the meetings. I work with our advisor, Mr. Brockett, before our officer meetings, just kind of getting some ideas down and just corresponding with the whole chapter.
And on the right-hand side.
I'm Cole Rappay. I am the chapter vice president and the co-plot manager with Emma Pistorius and also Wesley Jockery. And so my roles are kind of just to take care of leadership when the president's not around, and also make sure our plot, we're getting everything planned and everything's coming up good, and we can sell all our crop. So those are my duties.
When were you elected as vice president?
I was elected as vice president last March, 2021.
Last March. And same for the rest of everybody here?
Yes.
Okay. And what other roles have you held as your time in FFA? We'll start with the president.
So my freshman year, I was elected historian. It was so exciting as a freshman, and it was our first year even having FFA. And then my sophomore year, I was elected reporter. And I'm so thankful this year as a junior year, I was able to obtain president.
And going off to Cole, what other roles have you held?
I have held the role of reporter as well for our chapter my sophomore year. Last year, my junior year, I was president of the chapter, and this year I ran for vice president because I figured maybe another senior would want to fill the presidential position, but Kayla Moreland actually stepped up as a junior and is our president this year. Is doing a great job leading us all in all of our activities and everything we're doing.
I've heard reporter twice. That sounds like the one who writes up all the information about FFA, right? Like, and the things that you guys have done.
Correct. So reporter is pretty much in charge of all of the social media type stuff and getting the word out there for all our events around the community and around the school.
Kind of like public relations.
Yes.
Interesting. And what other roles have you held? I know you're only a sophomore, but.
Yeah, so like Cole said, I am also a co-plot manager this year and then currently serve as Sentinel.
So let's dive into it a little bit more. What do you've talked a little bit about it as president, what you do. You manage all the meetings, but I believe, to me, it feels like that's just what happens on the surface of everything. It feels like you do a lot more as president. What else do you do?
So I work alongside my advisor, and we kind of get some ideas down, what's going to work best for our chapter, work best for all the grades. If we have any new ideas coming up, or even corresponding with the officers and getting some of those ideas down and talking to people and seeing what works and what doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And so we can use that information for the future, because that's what we're always striving for. We consider the past, consider what's working right now, and what's just going to work best for the future for our chapter.
What's something that you found that has worked well or that will work well in the future that maybe your chapter didn't know about before?
So this year we started our Instagram page, and it's very new to us. We just got a few posts down, and it's called Meridian FFA with an underscore. And it's worked great reaching out to the community. The parents can see their kids, participating in these activities. Even the school administration can see it, and it's just a great way to reach out to the community.
That Instagram handle would be at Meridian _FFA, right? Or would it be Meridian FFA _?
Meridian FFA _, yeah.
At the end of Meridian FFA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just wanted to make that clear for everybody who was trying to find that. And do you have anything that you'd like to add? What's something that you've oversaw this year that maybe has helped Meridian FFA?
Yeah, this year and in past years, I think a big thing for our FFA chapter is our plot. We've grown sweet corn and pumpkins for 2 years now and sold it within the community. And we're really grateful to have a supportive community who's always ready and willing to support us in any way they can. And we're grateful to have the opportunity to provide them with a good crop every year. And we're hoping to learn from certain things in our plot this year and last year and just keep getting better and better at it. And hopefully in a few years, we'll have the best sweet corn crop in the whole state. So
is having a plot unique? Like, does every high school have a plot for their FFA, or?
I believe that most have a plot, but I wouldn't say every single one has a plot. Our first year of our FFA chapter, we didn't have one just because we're just getting off the ground, just getting started. And so it wasn't really something that we had time for, or the resources to do, just getting off the ground. So,
Emma, what do you feel that FFA members gain from having a plot to work with?
Well, I think it's just, working as a team, working with somebody else, and it's not just solely you. You're like working to build the community and build the chapter and kind of reach out to different people. And so we gain a lot of responsibility and, time management and the different things that come with raising something.
So elections are coming up in March or April. It depends. In March for you guys. What will your role look like after elections take place? I mean, I know you're a junior. Will you continue your role as president, or is there another role for you?
So it just depends. I'm just going to kind of look what's going to work best for our chapter and what I plan to do. I've just been talking to my advisor, kind of been working stuff out and just kind of fitting what role is going to fit my future plans.
Let's go over to the sophomore, Emma. What are you hoping to achieve in the rest of the year and into the next year?
Well, hopefully this year I'm planning to run for vice president and kind of move my way up to the totem pole. So, hopefully my senior year I get to be president of our chapter.
Cole, what does the rest of the year look like for you?
The rest of the year look for me is as a senior is I get to sit in on these officer interviews and kind of hopefully maybe ask these guys some questions that determine who's going to get what office. And I've spent a lot of time around all these people that are going to run for these office. So I'm looking forward to maybe adding some input as to who would fit better in which position. And that's what that looks like for me.
It's always an interesting role for me from an outsider's perspective, watching the seniors after election, because it's like they're almost like an advisor 2.0, right? How do you feel that role is after somebody else has been elected as vice president?
Well, I think it'll be a good opportunity for me because I've always, thought that you learn most when you're teaching somebody else how to do something. You don't realize what you actually know until you tell somebody how to do it or advise somebody on how to fill a position or do a task. And so I think it'll be a great opportunity for me as I graduate. I'm always going to be there for these officers of this chapter, and I'm always happy to lend a helping hand or just give any advice in any way I can.
Kaylin, how has having Cole, who's a senior, as your right-hand man helped you as president?
It's been great. I've been able to ask him questions along the way and just he can lend a helping hand whenever, and he's great at doing that all the time. And even as president, I still look up to our seniors in our chapter, and it's just an amazing thought to have them alongside our side.
I want to reintroduce you here, and then we'll continue our conversation after a break. You are listening to a conversation with Meridian High School FFA. I have Sentinel Emma Pistorius, President Kayla Moreland, and Vice President Cole Rappe. I know I got it wrong. Anyway, WTIM Morning Show, your stream sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark.
This is the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. No trading today due to the federal President's Day holiday. Here are the closing numbers from this past Friday. Corn higher, beans higher, and wheat trading steady. March corn 654 1/4, up 4 1/4. May corn up 3 1/2, 652 3/4. December corn 597 3/4, up 1 1/4. March beans 1601 1/2, up 9 1/2. May beans 1603 1/2. Up 7 1/2. November beans 1463 3/4, up 3. March wheat ending Friday 797, down a penny. May wheat down 3/4, 8.04. July wheat $8 3/4, up half a penny. March bean meal $447.90, down 1.30. March bean oil $67.57, up 76 cents. Closing numbers: livestock from Friday. February live cattle 143.25, down 15 cents. March feeders down 77 cents, 165.42. April lean hogs 109.40, up 182. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
This is Darian Norville with Central Commodity FS, bringing you What's Next. And here at FS, we believe in supporting agriculture's bright future. So happy National FFA Week to all once and future agriculture professionals whose success sprouted from their local FFA chapters. Best wishes from your proud supporters at Central Commodity FS, where we are ensuring that our customers are ready for what's next.
Since 1930, First National Bank has been helping farmers grow their operations and weather uncertain times. Hi, this is Julie Nodal, Ag Lender for First National Bank. Whether you need an operating loan, equipment loan, or help with a farmland purchase, we are here to be your partner for the long haul and future generations. We have firsthand knowledge of farming and understand its challenges. With flexible options to fit your operation and 5 locations to serve you, turn to First National Bank, the quality bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is the month to express your love to the one that's always been there for you.
Day in and day out.
You've spent more time together these past couple of years.
A lot more time.
So this year, chuck the chocolates.
Forget the flowers.
And show some love to your humble little home.
A well-loved home will love you back.
And you will love saving $1,516 off a limited supply of new, high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners professionally installed by Jansen's Heating and Air.
You may also qualify for financing with no money down.
And if your new system doesn't save you at least 20% on your energy bills,
we'll pay you double the difference for 2 years.
Ah, yes. Love is in the air.
Warm air in the winter.
Cool air in the summer.
We started with 80 factory fresh systems, but they're going fast.
So say I do to over $1,500 off a fully warranted, professionally installed deluxe comfort system from Jansen's. 562-5201.
JansensHeating.com.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. FFA Week, your stream co-sponsored by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better with Landmark. I'm here with Meridian High School FFA Sentinel Emma Pistorius, President Kayla Moreland, and Vice President Cole Rapay. Got it right, Cole.
That's great.
All right, so it is FFA week, and obviously there's going to be a whole bunch of things. It's almost, to me, it feels like here in this area, it's like the equivalent of homecoming week, like homecoming 2.0. So what do you have for FFA week? What do you guys got planned?
So we have all kinds of dress-up days throughout the week, but we also have a few activities that we do. So in PE, we're going to be doing corn curls, buckets of corn, curling them. That's pretty much all there is to that, but
I love it.
Kind of doing some farmer type exercises in that. We're also going to have an FFA meeting Thursday with our chapter, and we're having a state officer come over, and it's always great to have one of those people over because they can teach us a lot about leadership and about their experiences in FFA and what they do in the ag industry. We're also doing Drive Your Tractor to School Day on Friday, which is a very important event to me, especially working on a farm. And so, yeah, we're doing all kinds of fun stuff. That's just about half of it. But you want to talk about some of the dress-up days?
Yeah, so on Tuesday, we are going to have our pajama day. Wednesday, we're going to have sports day. Thursday, we are going to have hat day. And Friday, we're going to have FFA shirt. Or for the kids who are not in FFA, just wear a blue shirt. And the great part about FFA week is we get to correspond with the middle schoolers. So like on Friday, we're going to have ice cream for lunch. They're going to have ice cream for lunch. We're going to go down and talk to the 8th graders on Thursday. They're going to do the corn curls on Friday also. So it's going to be great working alongside them also.
Did you have anything you want to add, Emma?
Well, yeah, like she said, we're always trying to grow our chapter. We are a fairly new chapter. We started in 2019. And so, getting the next group involved and trying to build kind of our chapter, and we're going to the elementary school on Wednesday to do like an ag in the classroom lesson, ag literacy, kind of where your food comes from. And so we're always just trying to get the community involved and the younger kids involved. So hopefully they want to grow up and do what we do.
I just realized this, but we have inaugural members of the Meridian High School FFA, right? Do I have that right, Cole?
Yes.
What is it? I mean, you must have been a sophomore then?
Yes, I was.
What does it mean to you to know that you're part of this first ever group of FFA?
Well, I will have to say it was a pretty cool experience in 2019 to be able to sign the charter document for our FFA chapter. And I believe Kaylin was a part of that as well. But it was just a really cool experience because that's, my signature is going to be on that document, framed and displayed in that school for years to come. And it'll be a cool thing to come see when I'm an adult and done whatever I'm going to do in my life. It'll be a cool thing to see that and have all these memories of being in FFA.
Which means you were a freshman, Kaylin.
I was.
Right. So what does it mean to you to know that you're part of that inaugural class?
Yeah. So like Cole mentioned, it was just such an amazing experience. And it's one I'm never going to forget. Coming in as a freshman, I was so scared, I will admit, when I was running for historian, first year high school, and then also running for this major office and our new FFA chapter. And it was just so amazing getting that chapter or getting that office place and just experiencing this new year of new activities and meeting new people. We traveled across the state. We went to contests, and it was just such an amazing experience for our whole entire school.
What are your plans? We'll start with the senior. Cole, what are your plans after high school?
Yeah, so after high school, next fall, I plan to attend Illinois State University to major in agronomy management. And the dream for me is to become a farmer. I work at Snow Farms in Macon, Illinois right now. And so I'm looking forward to see what opportunities may present themselves to me. I may end up farming or I may end up working elsewhere in the ag industry, but I know that no matter what I'm doing, I want to still contribute to feeding the world, because to me, that's the best, most rewarding career there is. So that's kind of what I want to do. And I'm hoping that I can, in the process, get others involved in the ag industry and hopefully recruit some other ag workers as well.
Kaylin, what are your plans after high school? I know you're just a junior, got a little time to think about it, but right now, what are you planning?
So as a junior, of course, I'm still kind of looking at colleges and such, but I know I want to study equine veterinarian, and I own my own horse, and I know it'd just be a great experience because I have that past experience with him and just learning about stuff that I'm interested in and stuff that I know I can use in the future.
Sophomore, I know you're a little further out, Emma, but what are you thinking right now?
Well, along with FFA, I actually show and judge livestock here in Christian County. And so I really love showing pigs, and I really love that livestock industry. And I hope to get to do that in college, maybe being on a livestock judging team in junior college and then transferring to a four-year university for a degree in animal science.
How do you guys feel being part of your high school's FFA chapter is going to help you throughout the rest of your high school career, into college, and ultimately beyond?
I feel that being an FFA, you have to be in an ag class to be an FFA. So you're learning a lot about agriculture in the process of being an FFA. But the main thing for me is also the skills that you get doing the extracurricular things and activities in FFA, like competing and interviewing and speaking publicly. I wouldn't be able to sit in front of the microphone and do something like this if it hadn't been for my experiences in FFA.
Caitlin.
So like Cole mentioned, we learn so many skills from these contests that we go to. We have public speaking, job interview. And as a freshman, I had no idea what a resume even was. And knowing now what a resume is, how to create a resume, the cover letter, I know that's going to better prepare me for the future for sure.
And Emma, briefly,
just life skills. You work on your communication, working with other people, public speaking, just being comfortable in a setting, in an interview setting, or, shaking hands with someone. You learn those basic things that just set you a step ahead of everybody else getting into college.
That is Sentinel Emma Pistorius, along with President Kayla Moreland and Vice President Cole Rapay here on the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Your stream is co-sponsored by People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville. It's 10 o'clock.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W.